has been made coming into the season about Candace reuniting with Chelsea, but Candace was also your teammate in Los Angeles. So I'm wondering, from your perspective, how does it feel for you to get to reunite with Candace and play with her again, and all that time you spent in LA, now getting to do it in Las Vegas?
Definitely a great feeling, especially we played together for 4 years in LA. So we know each other well. It's going to be exciting. Of course, we're both a little older, but we still know the game, still have a great relationship. So should be fun.
Nathan?
Good afternoon, Riquna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. A couple questions for you. What did you learn about yourself from this off season, and what are some goals that you set for yourself this year?
I learned that I have to put my mental first before anything. Haven't really focused on basketball. Like, I still work out, rehab and train, but Becky have given me the space in the room to mentally get to where I need to be the best version of myself. That way I can give the team everything I have.
Nathan, you said you had another one?
Oh, no, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, good. Sorry, my mistake. All right, Rafi.
This is Rafi with Nothing But That Sports Talk. In the past couple of weeks of training camp, what has this taught you about being a much improved clutch player, especially after the type of performance you had in last year's WNBA finals?
The bar is raised. Like, Becky expects so much more out of everyone. We understand how much harder it's gonna be. We got to do a better job at holding each other accountable and challenging each other, because that's what the season is going to be about. It's going to be so many challenges, and it's going to get hard at some point, but we got to stay together.
Maria?
Riquna, you know this is a tough week for a lot of players in the WNBA as the rosters have to get trimmed down. What would be your advice to those players who are disappointed with not making a team, how they can get back to the WNBA?
I just always tell college kids or people who ask me about making it to the WNBA or versus not. At this point, there's really no such thing as making it, because you could go overseas and have a better career versus in the WNBA. But when you get that chance in training camp, you have to make the coaches notice you. Like, stand out, do something that no one else is doing. And it's not going to be on the offensive end. It's definitely going to be on the defensive end. So make the coaches notice you, and don't take not one chance and opportunity for granted, because you never know when it's going to come back around.
Melissa?
Hey, Riquna. First of all, congratulations on the Hall of Fame induction. That was awesome. And I also wanted to ask you, in regards to the mental health statement you put out, what is it that made you decide it was time to discuss that? And what's kind of some of the feedback that you received back?
I just hit a breaking point. I had left overseas, and things just wasn't going the best. And I was still like working out. I was in Vegas. I was working out every day and training like nothing was going on. And I just hit a mental wall to where I feel like Coach Nat knew something was going on. I'm not much of a hugger, but every morning for like a week straight, she was like giving me hugs. And I'm like, Coach, that's not her thing. So if it's something you want to ask, go ahead and ask. She was like, no, I just feel like you need a hug, and like something is different. And literally that went on for a week. Literally the next week, I flew home to Florida, and I kind of had a mental episode where I couldn't take it anymore, and I asked for help. So yeah, in a nutshell, I thought I was happy. I thought getting married, winning the championship, then becoming a Hall of Famer, that I was at the top of the world, but I really wasn't. So that's really when I knew, like, those are things I should be happy about, should ride those waves for months and years, whatever the case may be, but I wasn't.
Jose?
Riquna, thank you for doing this and obviously speaking about mental health, because I still feel that it doesn't get talked about enough in just the world in general. But you talked about your mental health and everything that you went through. what did you learn more about your mental health more than anything? And what are you doing to keep your mental health at a stable, place? I mean, obviously, I know you can't probably deal with it and fix it on every single day, but how do you keep yourself ready?
I learned to be open, to be vulnerable, and to trust my resources and understand that I tried it my way. It didn't work. So tried a more professional way where people who know what they're doing could help me. Like, don't hide from who I am. Like, I'm not my disorder. Like, I'm bigger than it. I'm just one of the ones who was diagnosed with something, But what I'm doing every day, I do go to counseling. I go three times a week, super early, like 9 a.m. to noon, that I'm still able to get back to practice. I color a lot, I journal a lot. I just try to keep myself busy. I went out and bought a French bulldog, something to also keep me busy. He's 3 months. His name is Vegas, and it's literally like around the clock, like having a kid. So I don't have time to have relapses, which is a great thing because I have to now focus on taking care of someone else.
Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
No problem. We'll talk to you later. We got Candace Parker at the ready.
Nice.
We'll see you later, babe.